Good morning, everybody. I need to get motivated. I have to make this move to Atlanta this weekend. I got two people coming looking at my townhouse today, and so I have to get up and clean up. I have to get motivated. I need to work out. I need to go run on a treadmill or something. I'm just kind of like in my feelings and stuck a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. Excuse me. What is what is in my spirit, and I'm just when I feel something, I like to share it because I'm helping myself. Not only am I helping myself, I hope I can help somebody else. And so, if you want to share this video or let somebody, like they can relate to it, I'm saying, hear it. I see a lot of people, including myself, in my past history. I see a lot of people like settling. They settle for relationships with people that they don't even like. Yeah. They settle for treatment that they don't even want to accept. But they accept it because they don't want to be lonely or they don't want to be by themselves. You know, they don't want to take this journey by themselves to figure out what it is that they really want. And also, they don't want to take the journey in finding out who they are so they can set boundaries and standards and put them in place so people don't have to, overstep your boundaries, you know. So at the end of the day, we all have to make a decision on how much do we value ourselves. How much do we value ourselves? You know, we have to value ourselves enough. We have to value ourselves enough to not put up with being treated badly. Now, one thing is violence is out. That's a definite no no. If you get hit on, you need to go now. You understand what I'm saying? Another thing is that being respectful. You can't be cussing nobody out, call them out their name, and expect them to respect you. Because in order to get respect, you got to give respect. Okay, and I've learned that. Okay, so at the end of the day, we have to know what it is that we want, and the person that you want or you desire, you have to be that person to yourself, and you have to be that person to somebody else. You cannot expect a person to give you what you want if you're not willing to give the same thing back to them. You know, you want attention, you got to give attention. You want respect, you got to give respect. You want love, you got to give love. You want consistency, you got to give consistency. You want honesty, you got to give honesty. You know? So if you jumping around from person to person to person to person to person and can't seem to find that right person for you, you always telling yourself, oh, it's always something. It's always something. Well, honestly, maybe that always something thing is always you. Maybe it's always you. Maybe if you be that person that you're looking for in somebody else, then it won't always be something. You got to be able to sacrifice yourself in order to get whatever it is that you want out of life. That's that. That's my opinion. That's my philosophy. That's where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying? So now, in my past mistakes, in my past dealings with people, when things don't work out or I mess up and I disrespect somebody, I I think that they should, because I have a relationship with God and I cleanse myself of all my unrighteousness on a daily basis. But that don't mean that that person over there has got over what you did to them. God could have forgiven you and you could have forgiven yourself, but they're still mad, upset, or hurt by your behavior. And to demand a person to accept you back in their life, whether it be in a relationship or a friendship, that's kind of hard. You can't do that. You got to be able to. You got to be able to respect people, and a lot of times you can make amends, but that don't mean that they have to receive you. They can forgive you but not want to mess with you no more. They can forgive you but don't want to be in your presence. And you know, that all goes down to we all can be forgiven, but we still got to deal with the consequences of our actions. You know, that's why, you know, it's good to try to walk upright and to try to do the right thing every day, regardless of how hard it is. As long as we in this flesh, we gonna struggle every single day. It's never gonna go away. It's always gonna be a battle. You know what I'm saying? But like my pastor said Sunday, what you gonna feed? Are you gonna feed your human nature? Or are you gonna feed your spiritual nature? Okay. There is a void that's inside of us that cannot be filled by a boyfriend, by a girlfriend, by sex, by partying, by going to clubs. None of that. Trust me, I know. There's a void inside of you that can only be filled by God. We was created in his image, and we were meant to follow him and be his light here on the earth. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us have got away from our roots or who we truly are. And we're searching for that person or that thing to fill this void. And that void will never, ever be filled. Ever. It won't. You got to get the mindset. Get it in your head. Walk it out every day if you have to. Push them negative thoughts out your mind. You know. And always remind yourself to put God first in your life. Put God first in your life. And if you put him first in your life, then everything will fall into place. If you're lonely, if you need somebody, you know what I mean? Turn to him. When you first start out, trust me, I know, like right now, I've been doing my own thing. Trying to get my satisfaction and my happiness from a person. You know what I mean? I'm revealing my own dirt. You know what I'm saying? And I know better. They say if you know better, you do better. And I know better. Okay, I've been taught better than that. My bishop taught me well when I was in Columbus, Georgia. 2005, 2006, I wasn't in no relationships. I wasn't drinking. I wasn't dealing with no relationship with nobody. I was completely dedicated to that church for 2 years straight. Now, 2 years might not be a long time for somebody, but for somebody like me, that was a long time. And in them 2 years, I received a lot. There was so much seed placed in me. And I sowed so much seed, first fruit, everything. And that carried me for a mighty long way while I stepped myself outside of God's protection in his presence. That seed that I sowed and it was placed in me carried me. It carried me when I was out here in this world. And I'm just blessed and fortunate to be able to find my way back. I've tried to come back so many times. But this time I'm on my way back. I'm 2 years away from being the same age as my pastor was when I went to her church 12 years ago. Or when I left her church 12 years ago and came to Augusta. She was 48. I'm 46 in a few days. So all I'm saying is that love yourself. Get to know who you are. Don't rely on alcohol or a pill or a person. You know what I'm saying? Get to know you. If you're depressed, get some help. If you need to be on an antidepressant, get you some antidepressant. If my medicine is Jesus, you know, I ain't gonna lie to you. When I go to him and I truly surrender all to him, you know, my depression leaves me. My unhappiness leaves me. I get restored back to the joy of my salvation. And ain't nothing compared to that. Ain't nothing compared to that. Ain't no job should be your God. Ain't no person should be your God. Ain't no car. Ain't no amount of money. Ain't no amount of material things. God should be your God. And if you let that go, if you let all the other stuff go and just surrender all to him, he'll lead you in the right direction. That's what I'm doing. So how come join this journey with me? Y'all be blessed.